Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back again doing your mid-June monthly tarot horoscopes for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Virgo. Yay! We're here! Finally, we're here! We've arrived at Virgo. As you all know, I always love arriving at Virgo because that means I only have a few more to go before I finish my videos. So, anyways, I hope that things are going good for you. And, the Mercury retrograde has done a number with me on my schedule and my life for the last several weeks. If not, it feels like it's been like a month. Really, it's like a whole month that it's really just messed with me. And I'm just so going to be so happy when it's like officially over. And I still feel like a little bit like it's not quite over. It's not, the energy really hasn't picked up yet. And this is the 12th. So even though technically it went direct, we're still in like the post shadow, which can cause also issues. So I don't feel like it's really over quite yet. But by the time I think I post these, it'll be almost there. So anyways, I am back and I'm using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Moon Law, and I am going to be bringing back my sex and relationships videos sometime in the future. I'm not sure when. Maybe August, maybe sooner, maybe later. No promises there. But if you'd like a private reading with me, you're more than welcome to email me at elizabetholson31@gmail.com and request that you want to use the Decameron deck, the erotic deck, and I'm happy to use that deck for you in the reading. So, the other thing too is I am going to be offering couples counseling at some point. So if that's something that you're interested, Virgo, this is very new to me. I am not, I always tell clients that I'm not, a marriage counselor, but I am going to be offering couples counseling or marriage counseling for people who really want the real deal. And I'm going to be doing it in a way that, even though, yes, I don't have the technical training in couples counseling, I am going to be looking at 2 spreads, basically, or 3 spreads at the same time. So, I'm not sure when I'm going to be starting to offer that, but let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Feel free to email me, and I can put you on my list when I start doing that and contact you and say, hey, I'm taking clients, couples that want to talk to me together in one session. Okay. And so it's going to function, primarily where they want to work on their relationship, but we don't have to limit it to just their relationship or your relationship. So that's the other news that I'm putting out there. I just decided today that that's something that I want to try doing, and I think it would be really fun and informative, and I think I'd help a lot of people that way. So so that's what's going on. And let me just roll out a spread for you guys. So again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Virgo. Okay, so it's interesting because, I was just talking about couples counseling, and I feel like if you're in a relationship, Virgo, I think it would greatly benefit for you to do that, to do a session with me, specifically because you got the Devil card crowning you. And a lot of times that's, you're in a relationship with the devil, that being your partner, or your husband or your wife, okay? And, you feel trapped in some way, like you can't get out. A lot of people who are in marriages feel like they can't get out. They don't know how to get out. They don't know how to break up. They don't know, how to do it. And so it's important for you to break free from this relationship. Whatever relationship that you're in, that that, that you're in a relationship with the devil, and the devil is someone who has addiction problems. The devil is someone who isn't good for you, someone that is lording power over you, someone that's taken your heart because they're afraid that you're not going to give it, or because they need love so badly, in their life, and so they take it. They're greedy, okay? Everything that is selfish and worldly, that's the devil. It's also temptation. But I do feel like in this case, it's probably a partner of some sort. For those of you who are single, this is you being chained to your job. This is being chained to money. This is being on that paycheck to paycheck cycle where you're just living paycheck to paycheck, and maybe you're in a job that you don't like, or that's very demanding, or that it's not really working very well for you, but you're doing it anyways, and it hasn't been working for some time. It's just kind of being a slave to money, being a slave to a job, or a position, or sort of being beneath somebody else, and getting treated poorly. This is poor treatment. This is where someone's locked up in a cage and they're fed bread and water. You know what I mean? That's like that very old, like, kind of cliche, like, just, I don't care what you do with me, just feed me bread and water every day. I think that's from Anne of Green Gables as well. I don't remember, although I can pretty much quote the movie from start to finish, so I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, it is. She says, she's at a point, okay, so this is quoting a direct quote from Anne of Green Gables. She says, I don't care if you lock me in a cage and leave me in my room for, days on end and feed me bread and water, and torture me with snakes and toads. I won't complain, she said, but I cannot ask Rachel Lynn to forgive me. That's what she says. Or something like that. It's very close. Okay, so that's a direct quote. Okay, Anne Shirley says that. So basically you're getting poorly treated. You're getting the bread and water treatment. You're getting, being tortured by snakes and bastards and toads and kind of things like that. It's not really pleasant. I think this devil person, if you are in a relationship, is also lying to you. Okay, there's some lying going on, some serious lies. Okay, there's just, and this is also, the Five of Pentacles. This is the heartbeat of the reading. This is the track that you're on, is Miss Lonely Hearts. It's, the breakup. Okay, it's, so you have 3 cards, which is a little cluster of negativity. I hate to tell you, Virgo, but it is a little cluster of negativity. Okay. And this is how it's kind of, making sense to me. It feels like you're in a relationship. For those of you who are in a relationship there that are not happy, okay? This is not for everyone, but for those Virgos who are watching and you are in a relationship where you're not happy, there's a lot of unhappiness. There's a lot of loneliness. It's like you're still in a relationship with someone who doesn't treat you right, and you don't know how to get out of it. Or you break up with someone. You actually end up breaking up with the devil because of the lies, because of cheating, because of the bullshit, For those of you who are single, you're sad because you're single. You're sad because you're working a lot, and because you're slave to your job, and you're kind of confused, because the moon to me is confusion about where to go from here, what to do. That moon kind of circle energy, negativity, the fear, the worry, all that. It's kind of going through your head. You're kind of like, well, where do I go from there? And some of you are like, if you're in a relationship with the devil, not everyone is, but say you are, then you don't really know where to go. You don't really know what to do. You don't know how to, like, move on from it, So you need to ask for some help. First of all, the devil needs to get help. okay? If you're in a relationship with someone who has an addiction problem or alcohol abuse problem or sex addiction problem, they need to get help, you know? But you need to get help as well. You need to figure out where you are going, what you're doing. You know, never mind the devil, okay? The devil is going to disappear from your life, okay? So for those of you, I feel like you're going to move on from this energy. It may hurt you to break up with this person, but it's necessary, okay? So for those of you who can get a divorce, it's time. You got the death card coming in from the outside, and that means they're going to be going through a transition. That's change, major change, okay? For some of you, it's a change in the relationship. For others, it's career changes, potentially. It, to me, the death card is like everything. It's a full transition. It's like you becoming a new person. It's changing where you live, what you're doing, you know, maybe what you're studying if you're a student, you know. It's like the whole thing. It's not linking up. Well, it is linking up with one card in particular. It is, okay, so it's linking up with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is abundance, and this is immediate future. So this is really, really positive. So even though you have this little pop of negativity and a little cluster here with the devil, I feel like it's going to go away. I feel like you're going to get rid of that person, whoever that person is. Or you're going to get pregnant and things are going to change, okay? Because that's the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles can be pregnancy, okay? And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you, okay? Because this can indicate a Virgo female. So Virgo females, be very careful at the end of June, mid to the end of June. Be very careful about your fertility because you also got the High Priestess as well, okay? So some of you were pregnant in the past and now you're going to be pregnant in the future. So this is, you know, maybe your second child for some of you. I feel like you're going to end up with multiple children, okay? If you don't have kids already, to me, you got to watch out if you're single. To me, this is just abundance, okay? If you're single, it's abundance and... the High Priestess is having some psychic ability, some mediumship skills, some intuition. And that's the foundation. So it's like, you know that you're in a relationship with the devil. You know, or that you're just doing a job just to do it. Or you know that you're going to get pregnant. Or you know that you're confused and you're a little bit lost. And you need to figure out where you're going. Okay, and you know that there's change is inevitable. You know that change is going to happen. It's very interesting. And you may even know that once the devil is out of your life, I feel like, because you have the King of Pentacles on one side of the reading, so in the recent past, and you have the Queen of Pentacles in the immediate future, and then you have like the devil card blocking you. To me, this is a husband and wife that are separated, okay? But the devil is still in your life, and maybe you need to get a divorce, like finalize the divorce papers. It can also mean that once the devil goes away, whatever the devil is, you'll be, I feel like you could even be back together, or you could be together with this person. For those of you who are in a good relationship, to me this is a match. This is you're Mrs. Right or Mr. Right, and you found your Mrs. Right, or you're going to be finding Mrs. Right. If you're a male Virgo, again, you're going to be finding Mrs. Right very soon. This is immediate future, okay? And together, I mean, to me, it's very overwhelming, the abundance that you're going to have together. if you've had any hardship, especially male Virgos, if you've had any hardship, financial hardship, I feel like this person is going to bring you a lot of financial prosperity and abundance, okay? She may have money. She may have, you know, a really good job, or she just may make a killing at what she does, you know? But in a way, you have money too. So together, so interesting. Together, I feel like you're going to have 3 children. If you haven't met Mrs. Right yet, I feel like you're going to have 3 children. One of them is going to happen like right away almost in your relationship with her. So be very careful. I mean, I feel like it's very good. It's very, very positive, okay? But be very careful. If pregnancy is not something that you want, use protection here, because this is where surprises happen very quickly, okay? Now, you have the 8 of Swords in the position of emotions, which is really interesting. Because the 8 of Swords is feeling stuck. It's feeling like you don't know what to do, like it's gonna suck no matter what. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Should I? Shouldn't I? And it's like you want to move or you want things to change, but you can't quite get out. To me, there's 2 cards here about feeling stuck. There's the Moon card as well, about being confused. So you have 2 cards about being stuck, 1 card about being confused. So primarily, you feel like stuck, like you can't make decisions, or you can't go where you want to go, or you can't do what you want to do. It's frustrating you. And you really need to emotionally, for you to be happy, you need to be more patient and more calm. That, you're going to get out of this. Things are going to change. This is karma as well. So for you, you're paying karmic debts. If you're not getting what you want immediately and there's some delay, then that's because of karma. Okay, you're learning from this experience. Okay. Also, with the devil, I usually tell people to break free from the devil. Okay. And by breaking up, getting a divorce, or something like that. So it may be that you kind of need, in order for you to feel unstuck, you need to quit a job. You may need to break up with your partner or your spouse. You need to be calm and patient at the same time, that things are going to change and you're going to get through this. And also, you need to ask people for help. You need to ask for help. You can't just do it put it all on your shoulders and do it all yourself. Virgos are perfectionists, and so a lot of times they take on too much and they try to do it all. And this is, it's time to ask somebody for help. But here's the thing. This is the cool thing, is I feel like all this is going to change. It's all going to change because we have the Death card coming in. It's all going to change. So you feeling stuck, it's going to change. You being in a relationship with the devil is going to change. You being confused about where you're going in life is going to change. To me, you're going to have a new direction. I feel like a lot of things are going to change because of this person, okay? This person is key for you, okay? If you meet somebody in the immediate future, keep your eyes peeled for this person. Virgo, Virgo male. She may be another Virgo. She could also be a Capricorn, strongly Capricorn. She could be Cancer. She could be Leo. She could be Sagittarius. She could even be an Aquarius, okay? And I know it's kind of weird for me to see an Aquarius and the Queen of Pentacles, but that's how I see her. So, and the reason I say she could be an Aquarius too, Virgo, is because she has a lot of healing ability. And in my mind, she's got her eyes closed and she's healing others from a distance. It's like distant healing ability. So Aquariuses use their mind. They're all in their mind. And so she's able to heal people via long distances. Which is really cool because of her mind, using her mind. It's really, really interesting. If you meet someone like this, please message me and let me know, okay? Could also be me. You might be just talking to me because I have that ability too. So, but I'm not really dating right now very much. So, what was I saying? Dating. Oh yeah. So probably it's not me, but it could be somebody like me. Okay, she could be psychic. She could be healer. That kind of person. You know what I mean? But I mean, I feel like if you meet her, I feel like there's a strong connection. I feel like you're meant to be together. That's it. Now, you did get the wish card, and the wish card is in the position of your attitude, and what it's linking up with the 8 of Cups, which is having peace of mind. Now, it's not really surprising to see this because, you know, with all this confusion, Virgo, and not knowing what to do, it would make sense for you to be wishing for peace of mind, okay? And emotional, you know, moving away from like emotional problems and being upset about things. So things are going to change. I mean, you are going to get your wish on that, I feel. And some of you are wishing for Mr. Right, okay? Because you got this card, and this is a guy, you know? You know, your Mr. Right might be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn, or Taurus male. Some of you are wishing for just like to not argue so much with your partner, to agree, to come to an agreement with your partner because you got the stress card and arguments card. So some of you are looking to like not be as stressed, not to argue, you know, or fight with your partner as much, just to kind of maybe even agree to disagree. And I feel like all these things are going to happen for you. It feels like you're going to be going through a major time of I can't even talk, of upheaval, okay? Where everything is really going to change. So it's very strange. It's sort of like, unlike Leo, who's got this really interesting dynamic about very like career versus relationships. You, Virgo, have a very interesting dynamic about feeling lost, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't get what you need to get done, or you can't do what you need to do, or you don't even know where you're going. And then it's like suddenly all of this is transformed into like where you move away from all this stress. You move on from this troubling job, or you move on from this troubling relationship, and you find somebody else. So it's really, really positive, actually. The changes are positive. Anything that you're doing right now that's resisting change, do not resist, because it is really for the best, okay? Really. I'm telling you. And, you know, again, the fact that you got the King and Queen of Pentacles means that you either are separated, like I said, from your partner, or that you're in a relationship with. It could be that you're going to be in a relationship, because some of you may not already be in a relationship with the Queen of Pentacles. She may be coming along. This is Mrs. Right. You may have just recently met her, or you're going to meet her very, very soon. So, I'm getting a tingle on that. So, my guide is talking about maybe being introduced. I don't know. You may have like had an introduction to this person, like, and I got introduced at a party as well, or something where maybe you were recently introduced to this person has come into your life, but nothing has happened yet. I feel like she is your future Mrs. Right, okay? Because not only do you have a very positive outcome, but you do also have the fact of it is that when the king and queen come together, they're a match. That's how I see it. So, so even if the outcome was negative, I would still see as the king and the queen being the match. Now, not in all cases. If you're in a relationship with, if the King of Pentacles for some reason became the devil in your relationship to him, then it's a relationship that's going to end, and things are going to change. Okay, but for those of you who are potentially in a good relationship, it's a match. That's how I see it. Okay, so I hope I clarified things there. And that's all that I'm really getting for right now for you guys. I know this is a little bit shorter video than some of the other ones, but that's it for right now. Again, if you'd like to get a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and stay tuned for more videos. There's going to be more videos in the future. So, I will be back for June doing my main general videos using this main deck. And thank you so much for subscribing and liking and sharing all my videos and all that stuff. So I appreciate it so much. And I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.